What's going on, everybody? Tyler here with something that's a little bit different than I guess what you guys are used to expecting from me. But in the real world, what are we actually expecting from me nowadays? To make a video? Probably not. Behind me is about $1,500 worth of Goal Zero lithium battery backups. The newest one being the 500X and the oldest being the Yeti 400 lithium. Now, I kind of got a little crazy, you could say. My first power bank was a Anchor that has treated me very, very well, but I'm an idiot and I bought more. So the first one I got, this one was brand new at a pawn shop. I still got the box for it, got it for a pretty good deal. Right here, this one I actually bought brand new. This was $6.99. And imagine my dismay when you buy something that's that expensive and it won't charge past 88% right out of the box. Well, no big deal. Goal Zero has a really good customer service that I thought. So I emailed them about it and they told me, hey, try cycling the battery a few times, but lithium batteries don't have memory effect like lead acid batteries, so I did it anyways. And wouldn't you know, it didn't do anything. Didn't change anything. Still wouldn't charge past 88. Sometimes it wouldn't go past 87, so when I got 88, I was actually feeling lucky. So I went through the week-long process of starting a return, at which point I had already missed taking my camping trip with this thing that I spent a ton of money on. After that first week, it took a week and a half for the package to arrive. Once the package to return the old one in showed up, I sent it. It took a week and a half to get there, and then it took one day for them to ship me a new one. This is the new one. And what does the new one do? It doesn't pull full capacity. A 505 watt-hour lithium-ion battery should be able to theoretically pull 505 watt-hours. That is referring to the capacity. It means that it could run 505 watts for 1 hour, or it could run 5.05 watts for 100 hours. That's a little bit of the math behind it. So when I hook up my cheap DC load tester, imagine my dismay when I'm seeing I'm pulling about 316 watt hours out of a 505 watt hour lithium battery. Not to mention my Anchor has got probably 150, 200 cycles on it and it's still pulling full capacity, when this wouldn't pull it on its first 5 tests, because I tried this multiple times. I first tried it through the AC port knowing that I wouldn't get full capacity, and by no means did I get full capacity. It was about 250 watt hours through the AC port, which I understand it takes energy to convert DC to AC and then in most cases back to DC depending on what you're plugging in. So if you're plugging a phone charger into the AC port on your power bank, don't do it. That's stupid. So then I tried multiple other ways. I tried the DC load tester on the USB port, 350 watt hours. I tried it on the 12 volt port, 316 watt hours. See a trend here? And then if you look here on Goal Zero's website, every other power pack that they make is rated at a 1C discharge rate. This one is rated at a 0.2C discharge rate, ironically enough, which might tell you a little bit about the quality of the batteries, which I have taken one of these apart and they look like just Chinese no-name cells, which is concerning and could be the root of a problem. So right now I emailed Goal Zero and they said, okay, so it does seem like you got one of the extremely minute percentages of the bad batches, because there is a batch that apparently has a software glitch. So I don't really get how I got a bad unit when it's apparently an extremely minute percentage, but whatever. So that was about a month ago. Tomorrow the box is supposed to get here to send this back, so I can expect a new one of these in about a month. Yeah, about a month. For a $700 box that I bought in November, and it's currently March 14th. Happy Pi Day, everyone. All jokes aside, the 400 lithium has been great, and the 200X, I mean, it's okay. It's expensive and it's overpriced for what it is. It's really about the only thing it's got going for it is that it's small and you can pick it up one-handed, but it's not pure sine wave. It's just okay. And the display sucks. Look at that. It doesn't tell you the watts coming in or out like the other two do. It just says 95. How long is it gonna last? I don't know. Why don't you know? Because I don't know how much current I'm using. So all that being said, I am missing yet another camping trip on Saturday with my Goal Zero. And what does that mean? My anchor that I've used for almost 2 years now is coming with me to do what the Goal Zero couldn't. And that's just kind of sad. Kind of sucks. Customer service, I understand, can't send you a new one without putting your card on file, but I don't do that because knowing my luck, you know, the FedEx truck would catch on fire and they'd never get it and say, oh, we're going to charge you again, even though I technically still haven't got the first one that I paid for. Something that's kind of disappointing about these is they technically claim to have a more strong 12-volt circuit, but if anybody knows what this is kind of used for camping. This, well, if you're glamping like we obviously do, this is for a air mattress. What happens when you plug this, it's rated at 8 amps. These are rated for 10, so this should be no problem. So we'll turn the screen on right here. We'll turn the 12-volt circuit on. You can see no power is being used because it's not actually doing anything. Huh. A red light. Let's turn it off and try it again. Reset. Now, just for the fun of it, let's try the exact same thing on my anchor that costed half the price of this. Notice how it worked? All jokes aside, I really do like the quality of these Goal Zero units. They are a very nice aluminum, even on the cheap one, but even on like their other stuff, like their USB-C power banks that can charge at 60 watts, charge at 60 watts, or their flashlights, or their lanterns. I really like all this stuff, and the fact that I can't seem to get a good 500X is kind of disappointing and kind of strays me away from the trust in Goal Zero, because when you buy one of these, you're kind of using it like, well, you can use it for a lot of different things. I personally use it for camping, and I don't want to have to, you know, not be able to glamp. I don't want to... Something just fell in the background. Completely disregarded that. But expect a review about this guy, because so far this thing has not given me one single problem. And it has been through the ringer. I haven't babied this thing. So anyways, guys, I hope that I gave a little bit of tangible information here as far as the 500X goes. If you're in the market for something like this, completely stay away from this, because for the $700 that this will set you back, you can get an anchor that's about 50% more capacity, and it has a far more superior AC inverter. So yeah, hope somebody found this helpful, and I thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for the review on the anchor here in just a few weeks. So once again, thank you all, and have a good night.